thing for you I can't hide. Even if I try my mind, only think to you every time I close my eyes. Girls try to get next to me, but I decline, cause they just not you. Oh, when no one else in this whole wide world but you. My ghetto love Jones, never seen a chick meaner. My brown sugar baby, and I swear that shit is sweetest. Your style is the cleanest, got me jonesing cause I'm feeding. I don't want no overdose, baby girl, take it easy. A lot of them tried, but the vibe couldn't mess with. Hand me down style, but you rock me like the freshest. Never do the most, so you'll never get the lesson. Without even trying, you still apply pressure. I ain't never been the type to lie, girl. All I see is you. Even in the room full of women, paying no attention, cause all I need is
we
you.
rockin'.
I promise I'll be there for you.
I know what that is.
Do anything to show I care for you. Take on the
Ghetto love, A-Boy Mighty.
Me too. Love you forever, what I'm prepared to do. Cause I got a thing for you I can't hide. Even if I
What's
try.
going on, everybody?
Only think to you every time I close.
It's Ladies Night.
Ladies Night.
It's Thursday night, and it's Ladies Night. That's right, I said Ladies Night. Thank you guys for tuning in. It is 6:30, and we got some interesting things in line for you guys tonight. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hold on, let me just make sure I have everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody who is in here now.
Yeah. So.
All right, there we go. All right, I got you guys in here. Thank you guys for tuning in. It is Ladies Night. It is another Stormy Rec production in the building. This is the Podcast. That's right, I said it. P.O.E, not pod, but P.O.E, P.O.E, providing official entertainment, providing official education for people on Earth. And as we know, everybody from this planet, not from this planet. I am your host for the night, the Crimson Tempest, a.k.a. Red Storm in the building. And this is my co-host for the night, Mr. Reckless World 7 himself, Mr. Avalago.
I'm over here controlling the 1-2s.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We are excited for the lineup we have tonight. And as you guys know, at 7:30 we head over to Talking Shit and Getting Clicks. Don't forget.
Yes, we do.
But tonight, right now, it's 6:30. It's Ladies Night. That's me, the Crimson Tempest. You know.
Okay, let's go.
And welcome. We are going to go ahead and talk about the follow-up to the Deliverance, the Latoya Ammons story. It is a true story. The movie is based upon true events, but it's a true story. Then we're going to head over to Philadelphia and talk about Michael O'Brien and the 8th grade teacher that wanted to add a PDFile to his lineup, charged with sexual abuse of a teenager. Then we're going to talk about the Georgia school shooting that happened. They identified the shooter as Colt Gray and the victims, unfortunately, who were, taken way too soon.
Yeah, so
In that shooting, they have been identified.
So we're doing. You got a part 2 to the Deliverance.
I have a part 2 to the Deliverance. Like I told you guys on Tuesday, for those of you who watched Tuesday's show, it was a wonderful show, $2 Tuesday. Shout out to that day. And I told you guys that I was gonna go ahead and talk about the Deliverance a little bit more in depth, because it was a great movie that I love like watching different things like that. Like I'm a horror buff. I love watching horror flicks. And but I like watching stuff that I love, like,
sorry about that.
it's okay. I like watching stuff that tunes into the spiritual realm, because I like seeing people's different like takes on it, you know what I mean, and how they perceive it in different ways.
Sure
and it was very different from the normal horror flicks that I'm used to seeing, because I'm just used to the you trip, you caught me, no, I know you're in the bathroom, but I'm gonna go hide in there anyway.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just a little bit different. Shout out to Ramid in the building. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Flashback in the building. Thank you for tuning in. So watching the Deliverance was crazy.
Yes, it was.
And for those of you that do not know, it is based upon true events. However, in all my due diligence, I have seen that it is a lot of true, I guess, it's a true story.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a true story.
Yeah, we got to talk about
it
that.
Happened.
Definitely, we got to talk about that.
It happened to, but you know what? You know how people say, like, all right, so there's truths, right? There's truths, and then there's like your truth, their truth, and then the truth. You know what I mean? Always three sides to a story.
Yeah.
But what happens when these events happen and multiple people are saying the same thing? Like, I seen the little boy walk up the wall.
Yeah, see that part.
You know what
right
I
there,
mean?
that part,
And
that
it wasn't
part.
just like, it was officials that were not in the house. You know what I mean? So it's like, why do they have to lie about the little boy walking up the wall? These people have like titles that they don't want to lose. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's how I felt.
They should still give us like pictures of the wall to give us a visual so we don't have to
Like
just
the
think
room
crazy
maybe he
in our
was
mind.
in?
Yeah, was you in a padded room? Did he have, you know, like, can we get rid of the logical thoughts in our brain first before, you know, we can accept
I
this
didn't
mystery?
think of it that way.
Like, let me see the walls. Let me see where he was at when you say he climbed the walls. Like how did he climb? Did he climb it backwards like
Yes,
this?
they said yes.
See,
That's
that was
exactly how he climbed it up. They said he walked backward on the wall, like backwards. He was holding. All right, so this is where we're gonna go. So thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and head over to some of my clips that I have ready. But make sure it's the right one.
Let's see.
Because you know I can't see.
There. Let's see.
Okay.
With the Monique joint.
Sure.
Oh, there you go. You're good now. Let me get this out of here.
Thank
Yeah, so do
you.
you think you're good now?
Thank you. All right, so as you guys know, the Deliverance true story, what happened to Latoya Addams? So that was a big question that came into my mind. What happened to this lady? So apparently this all happened in 2011. They moved to Gary, Indiana, and it was there that the events took place.
Okay.
Because I can't do it.
What's going on? What's
I
happening?
got myself in my ears, so I hear it double.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you.
All right. So it took place in Gary, Indiana, right? So she basically moved into the house with her mother, herself, and her 3 children, right? Now, they changed where the story happened at. Now, for those of you who didn't watch it, spoiler alert, because I'm going to talk about it. So, they changed the location. They said in the movie that it happened in Pittsburgh, but it happened in Gary, Indiana. All right. So the house was supposed to be like plagued by all these demonic beings. Apparently, it was like 200 demonic demons that were like possessing this house. Allegedly. I say allegedly.
Angels or aliens? I just listen.
Yes.
Yeah, I just try to listen and put it all together. Supernatural, but you know, some people could think like, you know, I like to do the devil advocate thing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like maybe like bad mold in the house or something, and the chemicals or something in the house that was affecting them.
Okay, so so they moved to a new rental home in Gary, Indiana in 2011, and her mother, her name is Rose Campbell, was with her. Now in the movie they put Rose to be played by Glenn Close, which was a white actress, but the mother wasn't white. She was a black mom.
Oh,
so it was just like a twist. You know what I mean? Just a little twist in it. So the director, Lee Daniels, I believe his name is, he said that he wanted to give like a different take on different characters, like someone you've seen. No, like someone you've seen. Like everybody know that chick.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
how often do you see that chick played in a movie?
Yeah, the white mom with the black kids, and they talking like they talking the hood.
How
yeah.
often do you see it played out?
Nah, you don't.
So when they gave the role to Glenn Close, he was like I really need you to play. You know what I mean? And she was like, and she delivered.
Yeah, she got that off. That Glenn,
She
is
delivered.
Glenn Close? Is that the white lady?
Glenn Close, yeah.
Which
Isn't that
the bald
crazy?
head. She did the bald head part. Yeah, that was hard.
Isn't that crazy?
It felt like home. It felt like I was watching Street Life for real, with the conversations.
And that's what I
dialogue.
truly love about.
That was tough.
I think that's what made the movie for me, like why I even liked it more, because it wasn't what I expected. You know what I mean? When I seen the title, I was like, oh, another movie like that or whatever. But it wasn't. It was so good. So you guys got to definitely watch it. So, all right. So the family had moved in. So basically, the mom said that she's seen like a shadowy figure man pacing in her living room, and they found like large wet like footprints in the like where she's seen the spirit at or whatever. And then they said that they heard like all types of noises in the night, people banging on the door at night in the basement. So they winded up going to like local churches and like begging for help, saying, listen, I need help something's going on in my house. You know what I mean? I believe it's possessed. This is what she's saying happened. So, couple of churches were like, yeah, like your face. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. However, there was one church that did believe what was going on, and they told her, like, listen, you got to wipe your house down with bleach. You got to put ammonia to eradicate the spirits. You got to use oil on the children's hands and feet and smear it in the shape of a cross on their forehead. Like, it's so much stuff that you have to do to be able to get rid of the spirit. I need you to go ahead.
The old school stuff.
Yeah, you need to burn sulfur and sage throughout the house and set up an altar in the basement and open it to Bible on Psalms 91. Now, you know me. I needed to know what Psalms 91 was. So for those of you that don't know, because I didn't know, according to the King James Version of the Bible, because, you know, we're not going to open that door, but there are multiple versions of the Bible. Leave the door right there. So it says, and he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge, my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor arrow that fleeth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with where am I? Right here. Only within eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thou habitation. Thou shalt, where am I at? There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall have his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Thou shalt bear upon the hands the least dash thou foot against a stone. It keeps going on. You guys see the rest of it. I'm not going to go going on because it was a lot.
I see it stop it. I'm like, how far she gonna go with this one? But yes, yeah. Okay.
But basically, it says, with long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. Basically, it's like, protect me. I don't believe in all this other stuff. Protect my house, protect my peace, protect all
So while you're seeing ghosts and your kid is walking up the wall, you're supposed to say you don't believe in this? You don't see this?
It's supposed to be like a dato.
I gotta make some appearances sometime too, like the devil make them.
Shout out to both 3 times in the building. He said, did the nappy pee thing happen? Huh? Oh, he watched the movie. I had a moment. But yeah, so shout out to watch. It was a good movie, was it not? What did you think about the movie both of these times? Let us know. He said, don't believe that part, Hollywood.
Right.
I understand what you're saying, but like I said, I told you guys I was going to go in on the Deliverance because I wanted to know what happened. Now, inside the true story, now Andra Day is the lady who played the mother in this movie. Okay. I said I loved her performance. She did phenomenal. Now, they actually had to have a priest. Not that they had to, but they had a priest on set with them and like bless them every day and before like they would shoot, because a lot of people were like, yo, you're shooting a dark movie, you're opening up different realms to stuff that, you know what I mean, you may not want to open. Lee Daniels' mother told him, like, don't do this film, like a couple of times. It took him a while to even want to participate and do this film. So
they died like The Exorcist, then I'm like, yo, I'm all the way in. God forbid.
That's what you say?
Yeah. If they're putting that much, I mean, because you right again, this could be marketing. You know, there's a story or whatever. You said this was 2011. So
this happened in 2011.
This is not ancient at all.
No, so it happened in 2011. She gave like the story or whatever, the accounts of everything that happened. She gave like a couple interviews. I believe it was in 2014. They made a Tubi movie about it. Like I said, I didn't see the Tubi movie. I still haven't watched the Tubi movie, but she was speaking out against what happened. Now, of course, after she spoke out about what happened to, you know, her family and stuff, they faced all types of backlash. You know what I mean? All types of people were coming for them. Like the media didn't go the way that she thought it was gonna go, and people were coming for them. So they kind of wanted to like go into isolation and not have like not be in the spotlight so much after.
So when she was accused for like abusing the kids and all this type of stuff, because in the movie she was whipping their ass.
So yeah, well, remember it was based upon true events that happened, but that part actually didn't happen, but then winded up happening because of what was happening to the children.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so they took the kids. They at one point she even said that she walked in and seen her daughter levitating off of the bed, like the daughter was just in midair.
I don't know if maybe shout out to Ra, flashback. Bo, who else jumped in here? I know Dave in here somewhere. Shout out to Dave if you ain't even if you ain't in here, Dave. Shout out to you, man.
And it says like multiple witnesses, including law enforcement officers, reported the children levitating, the children's behavior, appearance changing, children speaking to invisible people in the house, and more. But then there were also speculations of everything that was going on with the kids, that some of the things the kids were making up or doing like purposely. But she continues to say,
was this talked about heavy in 2011 because we had social media,
no, because it was more in 2014 because that's when she broke the news about what happened to her.
Yeah, but I'm saying like as far as like
public.
But I'm saying like it's like if this is happening in police and people, somebody else already said something before she decided to speak. Like, you know what I mean? Like if it's a news coverage.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't news coverage until she spoke out. And it says like for excerpts from the DCS report, they say one of the children made growling noises and his eyes would roll back into his head. Right? Medical staff observed one of the children to be lifted and thrown into the wall with absolutely nobody touching him. Another incident was witnessed by a psych counselor and a DSC worker said that the child became aggressive and walked up the wall as if he was walking on the floor and did not flip over the grandma and did a flip over the grandma.
Let me first do this.
So that was 3 different people that witnessed that event in that moment and said he walked up the wall and did a flip over the grandmother.
Okay, all right.
But let me finish the last two.
Okay.
And one of Ammons' sons said Ghost attacked him and his brother, like brutally beating them. He could feel that he wasn't in control of his own like actions and stuff like that. And Ammons' daughter said unnatural events take place in the home during the evening time and recalled being thrown across a room.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying none of this happened, right? I'm just being logical.
He said them demons was protecting them babies.
Listen,
From the mom.
I'm thinking about it like this, right? I'm going, okay. If they're at a doctor's office, anywhere outside the home, and these kids are doing things like walking up a wall, the mother can't make me not tell my peoples that I just seen this, and the nurses can't stop they from telling they people they just seen this, unless it's like some type of, once you walk in the office, there's some type of clause. But
yeah,
I don't know, man.
It's a big one.
I always gotta look for a way to
you
make
can't
it
do
make
that.
sense, but at the same time, I'm going to challenge it.
No,
But
it's HIPAA. You can't do that. Like you can't. Like she can because it's she's the mother. But like I can't. Like that can't happen. And I'm like, oh, I witnessed that, and me go speak about it. I can't do that. It's HIPAA.
But I mean, like if we walked into the hospital, right? If we walked into the hospital right now, right, and you slip and fell, that's still not putting out your record. If we're in the break room and then you get mad while we're in the break room, like you said, if they're in some type of room, most of the time they have curtains. I'm just thinking hospital, like visually. But if say he's in a single room and he's inside the room and he walks up the wall, and I don't know, man.
Dana said that demon was whooping their ass.
Whooping
it sure
their ass.
was.
So was the mother, and she didn't have the demon. She had alcohol.
So even all right. So it's talking about the story. Like even the landlord was like, you know, I don't believe her. Like, I think she's just trying to like get out of not paying me rent. He didn't believe it either. So there was apparently no paranormal events that happened before they moved to that house.
Okay, so nobody got murdered in the house, and all that was fictitious.
No, don't say nothing like that.
No, I'm saying, remember they said it in the movie.
Yeah, I remember what you're saying. Remember, they added certain things into the movie. The movie is not from beginning. Listen, the movie from beginning to end is not exactly what happened.
Based on true things that actually
they put different events in there to spice it up. It's a movie. They got to spice it up a little bit, but reports from before the family moved in there didn't say nothing about anything like that happening.
That's why I don't believe it. That's what I'm saying.
But then they also say that spirits travel with you.
They say, but is it so, everybody is always talking about somebody know that somebody didn't know. But why ain't everybody we talking to like that happened to me?
He said F HIPAA. This is a spiritual.
I need some
issue,
friends
not
that it
medical.
happened to. Yeah, it's right. I need some friends that it happened to.
They
like,
did.
Like I see things. Like I have like I can see things that happen and then they happen like later, like years later. I have things like that, and I get feelings, right? So I'm not taking away from the spiritual realm but I'm just saying like.
So what ended up happening
no
was
footprints. What is a ghost leaving footprints for?
So it said 4 days after the Indianapolis Star published its expose, right? Host and executive producer of the travel channel's Ghost Adventures. I watched that show. You know that show, Ghost Adventures, with Zach Baggins. He purchased the Gary, Indiana home for $35,000. The Indianapolis Star published that, Bella. Baggins had the house demolished in 2016 per the Indianapolis Star. Something that was inside that house that had the ability to do things that I've never ever seen before is what he said. He said things that others carrying the highest forms of credibility couldn't explain either. He told the Indian Star via email. He said there was a very dark yet highly intelligent, powerful being in that house.
Did he build something there afterwards? What did he do with the real estate?
It's just demolished. Like no hay nada. There's nothing there. It's just like open land. And there's reports. You know how like there's like all the haunted places in Jersey you can go where apparently you can go shut your lights off. You see a little kid running around. You know what I mean? Yeah. All these different. So apparently that place is like haunted. Like things be happening there now. But never before this family was there.
Shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to her story.
So like I said, it was about 200 demons that they, had in that house or whatever. And I wanted to know, like, what's going on with the family now?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, where are they now? And sadly, I found out that her son, Armani LaShawn Ammons, the youngest son of Latoya Ammons, he sadly passed away on October 8th of 2021 at the tender age of 17. His death was quietly mentioned in an obituary without any details of cause, leaving many to think back on the difficult times that led up to his tragic loss.
I need to write this down and do some investigating on this because
he was just 7. He's the one that walked up the wall. He was just 7 when they reported him showing signs of possession, talking to entities that did not exist and could not be seen, and he was also constantly doing things that made his mother convinced that her house was haunted by supernatural forces. However, it was never officially exorcised, meaning como dice eso, exorcism actually like that there.
So listen, okay, what I'm saying is, what's his name again? He died at 17. What's his name?
Yeah, his name is Armani.
Okay, Armani what?
Ya yo le dijo.
Armani
LaShawn Ammons.
He's picking that up.
He was 17. He died October 8th of 2021.
Ammons. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna look that up and find out how he
and
died.
I'm gonna go into the chat and shout out to Dana. Thank you, Dana, for being in the building with us. So they did bulldoze the house down in real life, and because it was haunted. It is a vacant lot now, and Flashback said it happened to his baby sister. Dana said walked up the wall backwards, and then walked up the wall backwards. That's what alleged, is being said about the little boy from multiple people that witnessed it. And then she said Auntie did not walk up the wall or levitate.
Exactly. Shout out to not walking the walls.
That's what Dana said.
That's all I'm saying too. I mean, whatever. I mean, again. It's great for publicity for the movie, so, but I'm gonna dig into it because
I kept going, puppy. I couldn't find nothing else.
I'm gonna dig.
Because I was, I told you this case interests me more because it was a como dice eso? It was a true story. You know what I mean? Like or based upon true events. So I like when I can go into finding out more about it. So yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Now, it's almost 7 o'clock, guys.
Almost 7
Do not
o'clock.
forget that we had to have over at 7:30 to Talking Shit and Getting Clicks with Mo 3 times. That's right, I said it. Talking Shit and Getting Clicks
You know
with
it.
Mo 3 times.
Make sure you put that in the chat. Oh, and we're on YouTube. You guys know it's the podcast. We are on YouTube as well. If you don't want to watch it from Facebook, you know we're not doing no calls tonight because we got the hour. But yeah, you know what it is. Check us out on YouTube. Go over there, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'll put it in the chat later on and send it out. But hey.
Yes. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys so much. And we're going to head over to our next story. But listen, make sure you guys drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the Latoya Ammons story. And let me know if anything has ever happened to you or what spooky things you guys have to tell me about whatever. I want to know. I love
Flash. Go ahead and call in, Flash, so you can tell the story.
I love it.
You want to tell the story, Flash?
Yes, call in. You know the direct line.
You know the number.
You know the direct line number.
Yeah, if you got the direct
she
number.
She says Spider-Man don't even do that.
Exactly.
Listen, you know the number. Please call in if you guys have the opportunity to. Yeah. And while we wait for anyone to call in, I'm going to head over to our next topic.
Okay, let's go.
And what I wanted to talk about is the PDF file. Mr. Michael O'Brien. Look at this dodo bird. You see him?
Yeah.
This mofo taught at Christopher Columbus Charter School, and administrators immediately fired him after learning about the allegations. He's been charged with sexual abuse of a teenage girl. He was taken into custody on August 30th. Now, Michael O'Brien, the victim, is a 16-year-old girl that was previously taught by O'Brien at the K-8 school. You heard what I said.
So he watched her develop.
Through 8
he watched
school.
her develop. He was grooming.
Now, police say the abuse happened multiple times in 2024, including in mid-July. The affidavit states that O'Brien engaged in sexual communication with the girl. Investigators also allege that he was soliciting naked images of the teen and sending naked images of himself to her. You nasty mother blocker.
Can I say something?
Espérate. Police also say he engaged in sexual intercourse with the girl over various dates. Now you can say something, Nale.
Okay. Based off of the story thus far, he was a groomer, 16, and they fell in love, whatever he calls it, and they did what they did. You know what was crazy? This is how terrible the world is. When I heard it was a 16-year-old girl, I had a little bit of... I just know he's about to have another little kid, little 3-year-old boy. He's about to take out the male community. So it's not saying it is good, but my first thought was like, come on. When I heard 16-year-old girl, I just for my men, you know, women have their feelings. For a man, it was like, and that's sad. Like the sickness in it within itself. So I just
he was grooming her because he taught her in K-8.
Exactly.
K-8.
You know how little girls, little boys have their little crushes on people, your little friends, your girlfriends, your aunties, your uncles, whatever it is. You know how that go. And that person sticks around them and lets it grow into the point of a sexual relationship. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Off the hook. Off the hook. It is so many... And I know it's because of social media that you're hearing more about it in the news. You know what I mean? People are not getting information 2-3 weeks later or hearing it through the grapevine and speculating whether it's true or not. There are so many PDF files that are coming out on people. Like, remember the one I did about the basketball player from college that he was trying to meet up with a little boy and they busted him on the undercover datos? Like,
they don't charge them the way they want to charge drug dealers and other people.
It's sad how much they're preying on these children.
The benefits of labeling something as sickness. When you label something, everything, when you start labeling things sicknesses, they become to have benefits. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's benefits, and they have these benefits. They go to jail, they have rugs on their floors, and they get treated with the utmost respect. And that's the mindset of how the judicial system treats them. And then they don't give them, they're giving people monstrous types of time, and then somebody is actually imprinting themselves on a youth. One who can't defend themselves, knows nothing about true life yet. You don't even start understanding life till you get out the house and have to live a few times, get your heart broken. You don't even start to understand humans. because you're still in that inspirational stage. So imagine how young you are at that point. You're still you still believe in mermaids and stuff like that. Like
it's sad. It's sad that someone who you are entrusting your child to learn from and teach your child, you know what I mean, basic whatever, you know what I mean, history, math, science. You're entrusting your this person to teach your child, not
groom them.
Yes, like what's wrong with you? And you I don't believe she's the only victim. I don't believe she was the first. And, you know, at the end of the day, bro, you're exactly where you deserve. And for real, that's where you deserve to be. And justice will come to you. It will, in one way or another. And, you know, this is all, I have to say this because he has not been convicted. So this is all alleged. But when and if he is convicted, I hope you rotten shit.
He's gonna get convicted. I mean, how would all this evidence they just threw in the news so far?
You know why? Because you never know how. And mira how many sex offenders we have living in violent freaking New Jersey right now.
He's gonna get 18 months.
Look how many tier 2s, tier 3s we have living in violent.
Oh yeah,
tier
by the way,
1s.
It should be very important for you to check the sex offender, because I don't know if there's some type of drug out there. You know, the kids is on fentanyl and stuff and morphine. I don't know what the sexual offenders is on, but they're out there. They're out there playing.
Make sure you do your due diligence and look up wherever you are, your zip code, and check out your sex offender registry.
Don't go out hunting them and all that.
No, what I'm saying is be aware. You're allowed to be aware. I mean, not for nothing. I want to know if there was a sex offender living next door to me, and we have that right to know because it is public information. So do your due diligence and look it up just to be aware.
So a few old guys I see riding bikes early in the morning when school comes out. So I'm just saying, like, I would like to know who they are.
I wish them.
They should be pinged. They should be pinged. Okay, so, well, I know you got something funny for us. I know you do. You got another story? You got a whole story, right? No?
Yeah, I got one more.
What you got?
It's 7:01. Like I said.
We good.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We are
what?
The podcast. That's right, I said it. The podcast.
Yes. This is Ladies.
P.O.E, not pod, but P.O.E. But it is Ladies Night tonight. I am the Crimson Temptress. That's me right there. Your host.
Take a ride through the clouds.
It is the Story Wreck Productions, as always. We are the podcast. That's right. P.O.E, not pod, but P.O.E. P.O.E. Providing professional entertainment, providing official education for people on Earth. And as we know, everybody from this planet is not from this planet. It is 6:30 Ladies Night. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is my co-host, Reckless World 7, Mr. El Vlago in the building. I am your host, the Crimson Temptress, aka Red Storm.
I'm about to be taking flight though for a little bit, so you're gonna be seeing her up here by herself. I mean, I'll still be in the building, but I got all these little projects. I'm like starting to develop little hour and a half clips of my information.
Listen,
so I'm like been clipping.
And I'm excited to go ahead and do some of this by myself. But listen, you guys, I still need your support. So make sure you guys still tune in. I'm gonna give you a wonderful show. I'm going to give you guys a wonderful show. I still get nervous every day, but it is what it is. I do. But we're going to go ahead and head over to my next topic. All right, guys. So, I had the cast up there for everybody to see, but we're not going to go there.
Okay.
Espérate, what did I say I had? Right here.
I didn't even, I don't really be saying what you be having before it come out.
No.
I'll watch it with them.
So we're going to head over and talk about this right here. And what this is, I can't see. My eyes are so dato. Okay, right there. Thank you. The authorities have released the mugshot of and I know I'm going to chop it up, so I'm going to try my best, the Appalachia high school shooting suspect, Colt Gray. This is the teen. He is 14 years old. They accuse the Appalachia High School shooter's mugshot has been released. The 14-year-old is accused of killing 4 people and injuring 9 others on Wednesday morning, according to NBC News. Gray was previously investigated. You heard what I said. He was previously investigated in connection with threats to carry out a school shooting per federal authorities. Okay? As we previously reported, the suspect, then at 13, the time that they previously investigated him, was a possible suspect in connection with threats made online last year using photos of guns, the FBI's Atlanta field office said in a joint statement with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Reports by the Washington Post state authorities interviewed Gray in May of 2023 by law enforcement officers in neighboring Jackson County who were investigating online threats to carry out a school shooting. At the time, Gray expressed concern that someone is accused of threatening him to shoot up a school, stating that he would never say such a thing, even in a joking manner. Now, according to the records of the investigation by the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, which he received a tip from the FBI about a threat to open fire in a local middle school. During that time, Gray's father told investigators he had hunting guns in the home, but his son did not have unsupervised access to them. According to the statement, Gray is currently being held in the Department of Juvenile Justice facility. You heard that right. He is alive. They took him into custody alive. Deja eso. Thank you. That is it. Suspect in the school shooting was involved in the school shooting threats made last year. At least 2 people deceased. That was before realizing it was 4 people deceased. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about him right here. Te cabrón. In 2023, they spoke face-to-face to him. I told you guys all that. I urged Colin to keep his firearms locked away and advised him to keep Colt out of the school until this matter could be resolved. That is what investigator Daniel Miller Jr. wrote. Right here. Where? Let me see. New details. Earlier. All right. So where am I going? Right here. Okay, so the teen has been charged as an adult in the deaths of the Appalachian High School students Mason Schermerhorn and Christian Angulo, both 14, and instructors Richard Aspinwall, 39, and Christina Irmi, 53. Georgia Bureau of Investigation Director Chris Hosey said at the news conference, and at least 9 other people, 8 students and 1 teacher at the school in Winder. About an hour drives north of Atlanta's, about an hour drives northeast of Atlanta. That's outside, puppy. That's outside. That's outside, puppy.
Okay.
Were taken to the hospital with injuries. All were expected to survive, Barrow County Sheriff Jude Smith said. That's it. Georgia school shooting's location was right here. This is where it happened at, guys.
Appalachia.
I can't say it. Did I say it right? Appalachia?
I don't even know even if I'm saying it right. I'm just saying Appalachia.
I thought it was Appalachia.
It looked like Appalachia.
That's
so this is out in Georgia.
Yeah, eso fue in Georgia. They thought, right?
He got him with the whiteness.
So sad.
They wouldn't have been. Listen, hey, it is what it is, man. It's sad. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's their
But
thing.
like it's like it goes to, remember that question? Remember we were talking about the guns yesterday, and it was like, oh, you know why have an automatic? Am I saying that right? Automatic and
yeah, now because I was saying like when Kamala Harris was talking about guns, she was like, there's no reason for us to have machine guns on homeland.
Yeah.
And she said, but the problem is, how do you get the 2 million guns that's already out there? You
like
know what I mean?
back.
She's like, so she was talking about doing like the buyback program. I said that was a great move.
But remember
and she
what
said,
they were
pay them what
bringing.
their guns are worth. She said, pay them what their guns are worth. And that's a way to try to get as much of them off the streets. But at the same time, you have the right to bear arms and whatever you want. But it is, if you live in a city block and you got 15 machine guns in your house and you got, and you know,
It's just like make it make sense.
I don't think. I mean, that's the thing. That's the sensitive part about it is when you have the right to bear arms, you have the right to have whatever you want to have.
True, but my question would be was like you said to me, because I said that. Remember, I was like, you have the right to bear arms. You can have, you know, you were like, why? The question you asked me was, if you live in a city block, como Philly example,
right,
why would you have 10 automatic, detos,
right,
whatever it is, automatic rapid fire weapons? And my response was, because you have the right to bear arms.
Right.
But then again, the question is, but why
It's
in
curiosity.
that setting? So I do believe that there should be certain gun laws made, and that's when I asked you, do you think like it should be like, and I'm just giving an example, like 2 handguns, and you were like 2 handguns. I said, yeah, like 2 handguns, 2 shotguns, and you were like, but see what you said? You said 2 handguns, 2 shotguns, but what I was talking about was automatic rapid fire,
right.
Which I understood better. Right. Meaning, I see what you're saying. Like, what would be the parameter for it?
I understand both sides. And I don't argue either one because both sides they're right. One is saying I have the right to do it, and you don't have the right to ask me questions.
Yeah.
But everybody would have natural curiosity. Yeah. It's just natural. If you go in your neighbor's house and they got 15 machine guns and machetes, you're like, damn, what do? You hunt? You shoot professionally? It's just something that you would even be just curious to ask. So, but at the same time, the government doesn't have the right. I guess that's the whole thing with
your right to bear arms.
Just dealing with rights, and it's a whole other story. I look at the government. I don't look at the puppets. I look at the whole government system as a whole. I look at the financial making of it, where the money's going and who's eating. I dissect the laws for real. So I'm on a different level when I be arguing about stuff.
You definitely are. And listen, I do want to give a shout out to Dave. He did have a death in the family. So our condolences are sent out to you, Dave, and your family. We love you here at the podcast. You're an extended member of the family. So our condolences are sent to you and yours. I do want to touch base on something Flashback said as well, which was that he said, sorry, it was personal. We have medical names for demon spirits now. That's why we just say mental illness and insanity too. And then he said that was my mother's scripture you could recite by memory. That was a scripture that my mother wrote to me to protect my life during the time I was at sea. So how, and the scripture, I'm guessing he's in Psalms 91.
I mean, well, it's a popular scripture.
But so, yeah. I had no idea about that. You know what I mean? I had no idea. I just was like, oh, what is Psalms 91? No clue what it was. None. So I had to look it up to see what it was. Yeah. So, looked it up. Yeah. Listen, it is $2. Look at me, $2 Susan. It's Thursday night, ladies' night.
Yes, let's go.
That's right, ladies' night. I said it, guys. Thank you for tuning in at 6:30. We go live every Thursday night. We are the POcast. That's right, I said PO, not pod, but PO. P.O.E. Providing official entertainment, providing official education for people on Earth. And as you know, everybody from this planet is not from this planet.
B.F.S. Media is who controls all of this. We're all peons in the mindset of the big thing. So shout out to B.F.S. Media.
Yes. And we are all matrix minded over here. Do not forget that. It is Ladies Night. I am the Crimson Tempest, your host, aka Red Storm in the building.
Yes,
that's me.
Her right there.
Hey guys. Yeah. And listen, that's my co-host, Reckless World 7. Looking all spliffy over there.
Turn the applause up.
Now listen, you guys know I have to give you a little bit of something to laugh about. We have to end the night like that. Thank you guys for listening to me spiel on about demons and all types of other demons with pedophiles and other demons with gun shootings and all types of stuff here on Ladies Night. But it's just different topics that I needed to touch base on because it's topics that were near and dear to me that I came across. Like tell you guys, when I see stuff, I have to deliver it because it touches me in one way or another, and it wasn't a good way tonight. I said it wasn't a good way tonight. I fixed it. I fixed it. So we're gonna go ahead and head over to this comical spiel I had. Are you guys ready for this?
Okay, let's get to it.
Listen to what they had to say.
Donald Trump.
Small fingers and orange face.
Do you think he's smart?
No.
Why not?
He treats people badly, and that's why I don't think he's smart.
Donald Trump has a lot of nicknames for people like Crooked Hillary, Rocket Man. Do you have a nickname for him?
Poop face. Mr. Tiny Hands.
Cheeto.
Can you do an impression of him?
It's gonna be great.
We are gonna build a wall, and it will be huge.
I will build a wall. A big one.
China. Here's what the paper goes.
What's the first thing you think of when I say?
So I thought that was pretty funny.
That was hard.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That was hard.
Those kids did excellent in imitating Trump.
That's why I don't like watching your videos first, so that way I get a
Yeah, that's why I don't like. That's why when you sometimes when you go to set me up, I'll be like, don't be playing my, because I don't want you to see it.
Because I can see it sometimes, and then I say it like with the annual.
No. I mean, like before we go in.
Yeah.
That's why when you be like, when you
Reframe,
click through.
I digress.
Yeah. I'd be like, no. Pero on to my next one. Now listen, you ever pulled up to a gas station and been bumping your shit? Or pulled up to the gas station and not been bumping your shit, and someone else, and someone else has been playing your music, or playing music, and you've been like, oh, okay.
I've never pulled up and somebody was playing my music.
No, not your music. I mean,
but
you ever
I've pulled up playing
to
somebody's music and they was there, like, oh shoot.
No, okay. Let me say it again.
Okay.
You ever pulled up to the gas station, playing music, and somebody was like, oh shit, I like that jam.
Yeah.
And have you ever pulled up to the gas station and maybe not playing no music, and you heard someone bumping some shit, and you're like, ah?
Yeah.
Okay, watch this.
You said what? What about it? Yeah, what about it? Yeah, what's up? So you telling me how to play my music? Oh, you like it? Oh, bet. Oh, it's called Lil Trey Step. Bet, say no more.
I had to take it off because I don't want them to copyright us, but you see her jamming. She said, play it louder. Thank you.
Yeah, she vibing too. Yeah, she vibing. Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
At first, he thought that she was like, turn it down. So he turned it down and was like, what you said? She said, no, that what you have playing. I like that. Turn it back up.
Yeah, she was vibing. Yeah, she was on it. Go ahead, play it. Play the sound. Play that back again. Let's hear that song. Shout out to him. We at the end. That thing was hitting.
What about it?
The beat you had. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, what's up?
It's not
So
playing.
you telling me how to play my music? Oh, you like it? Oh, bet. Oh, it's called Lil Trey Step. Bet, say no more.
She was getting it. She's getting it. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to him. We gotta get you that play. You got that play, bro. We gonna give you that. Shout out to you.
Yo, she had me dying when I seen that. I was like, get it, mamas. Get it, mamas. Now, on to people being invited places, right? So they said they ain't complaining. She was invited to the cookout, right? So when you get invited places, typically a prayer happens, no?
Typically, yeah.
Jesus, Lord, I ask you, Lord, in Jesus' name, to just stop my son Tori from drinking so much. Yes. God, just give him the strength, because he's a good man, Lord. Yes. He's a good child. God, just help him with his drinking, God. And Lord, I ask you to just let him stay with his family, raise his daughter. Yes, Lord. Lord, I ask you to, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I ask you, Lord, in Jesus' name, to just stop my son Tori from drinking so much. Yes, God, just give him the strength, because he's a good man. Yes. He's a good child. God, just help him with his drinking, God. And Lord, I ask you to just let him stay with his family, raise his daughter. Yes, Lord. Lord, I ask you to
too much. She was just doing a little too much. She was a little too honest at the prayer. That's all. She was a little too honest. All right. So speaking of prayers, we're going to go ahead and head over here, right? Now, laughing when uncle is praying at Thanksgiving, gone wrong.
Okay, let's
all right. You know how Pops is about prayer.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Giving gone wrong.
Lord, I just want to thank you. You've been so good to us. You made us. Lord, bless us. God,
Laughing when Uncle is praying at Thanksgiving gone wrong.
Lord, I just want to thank
She gave her slave.
you. You've been so good, girl.
She gave her slave while I asked
You're
you.
another year.
She was there, almost.
Lord, bless us.
She got ass whoopings from slaves.
Yeah.
Our grandparents were slaves.
When Uncle is praying at Thanksgiving gone wrong.
It's the way she had it already ready.
She was prepared.
She already had it.
Shout out to her. She was prepared. She wasn't playing no games. Grandmas was like that. They had switches back in the day. These things called switches. I know these kids think these things are things that go on guns, but they're not. They're things that whip your ass too.
She said, I wish y'all would. I wish y'all, and they did, and she was ready. They wasn't ready. They was not ready for what Grandma had in store.
The belt is violent.
Now listen, we're gonna head over. Now you know I've been watching the show a little bit of when Woody be going on and it
21
be
to me,
yes.
21 to V,
Now
21
listen,
V and me.
they had Shamar in it too a couple of different times.
You gotta explain to people who Shamar is, because I don't even really know who
Shamar is I can't.
Notitious, skeevy, delicious.
In the video I'm about to play, Shamar's on the right.
Shamar's on the right.
Shamar's on the right. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Hold on,
And-
let me put it back to the big one. This.
and Shamar nice.
Take a look at Shamar.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see Shamar. Pause.
Shamar's on the right. Me, when I do something embarrassing and try to play it off, okay?
What's going on?
Well, anyway, thank you. Because I'm just tipsy right now. So when I did that, I just tried to do that to be funny. Okay.
What's going on?
Well, anyway, thank you. Because I'm just tipsy right now. So when I did that, I just tried to do that to be funny. Okay.
What's going on?
Well, anyway, thank you. Because I'm just tipsy right now. So when I did that, I just tried to do that to be funny. Okay.
I can't breathe.
Bullshit?
Okay. Listen, we only got 9 minutes left before we gotta head over to talking shit and getting clicked. So I got a couple more for you guys, all right? And I'm gonna play them fast because y'all remember Genuine and his freaking dancing, right? Y'all remember what he was always doing, all right? You know what I mean? He was doing the whole. All right. Look at my. What's he doing? What is he doing?
Let's go. Let's see it. What is he doing?
Did you see him? Wait.
Play it, man. When he crosses lane to the crisscross thing. He ain't doing what he was doing before. Hell no. He old though. I got bad knees too.
I got another one.
I got bad knees too.
I got another one.
Embarrassing.
For one jeans. That back pocket loose. So ain't yeah, meet me in dirty. I love it when you talking dirty. I was. Tell me if there is.
He said he knew his knees was done. Look at his face. Hold on, we gotta go back. Look at dude with the green
I tried
shirt.
to hold on
laughing.
to the sign language interpreter 501
He's a
jeans.
sign language interpreter.
That back pocket loose. So
You see it right there. Boom. He froze like, oh shoot.
yeah, duh.
That's sad.
Meet me in dirty.
Wait.
Talking dirty.
You ready?
You're talking dirty.
Oh wait, that's it. That's all I got.
That's
That's
it?
it. That's all I got. I ended it with that one, y'all.
I was. Tell me if there is. Well, I tried to hold on to the sign language interpreter 501 jeans. That back pocket loose.
He said that back pocket loose. Look, okay, I see it. He was almost pulled him. He almost got him. That's sad, bro.
Bro, Listen, I'm not saying you can't perform. I'm not saying you can't perform, but it's just some things you can't do while you perform anymore. You are not there, Genuine. Ya tú estás viejito. Hang some of it up. You're not Chris Brown. You can't be flipping and doing all that shit no more. It's not about riding your pony. It's a mule at this point. So just chill out, bro.
You ain't have to be like that, son. You ain't have to be like that. I mean, come on. Damn, the man already knees don't work and everything. Like, that's embarrassing in itself. But he kept pushing forward. He kept pushing on, and that's the respect that you gotta have.
Did you see his legs?
Yeah, because after he did the first breakdown, I just assumed. I mean,
Thank you guys for tuning in. I am the Crimson Tempest. This is Ladies Night. You heard me. I said Ladies Night. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to my co-host of the night, Mr. Reckless World 7 himself. This is a Stormy Rec production. We appreciate you guys being here. B.F.S Media, Reckless World 7 Entertainment. Don't forget we Matrix Minded over here. We talked about Latoya Adams' true story, The Deliverance, Andrew Day, Glenn Close, and Monique starring that movie on Netflix. Check it out. We also went over and talked about the teacher from Philadelphia, Michael O'Brien, assaulting an 8th grade student charged with sexual abuse of a teenager. Then we talked about Colt Gray and the school shooting that happened in Georgia. The 4 victims were identified and the more victims that were injured during that shooting. Yo, shout out to Ape for My Ghetto Love. I love this song.
It's that Thursday song we like to play for Ladies Night. Ghetto Love. We in the building. We out here.
I got a thing for you I can't hide. Even if I try my mind, only things to you.